Hello students, we are here with another lecture on chapter 6, that is linear inequations. देखो in your previous classes you already discussed about the concept of linear equations of one variable, two variable, after that the solution of that linear equations. Okay, but in this case we will discuss about the linear inequations. What's the difference between equation and inequation is what here you have. If you have x plus 2y is equal to 0 or anything that is equal to something, any variable, the sum of variables and the operations of variable is equal to something, then it will be equation. And if it's in the form of less than, it's a form of greater than, then this is called inequation. Clear? There's a main difference is that. Okay, if you find the solution of this solution, how you can find the solution? You have two equations here. Suppose like this, it's a equation. Similarly, you have two inequations, then you can find the solution of these inequations. Firstly, before solving the solution of these inequations, we will discuss about some concepts that are intervals. Interval is what? Interval is a portion of that thing. Portion like this. If you have a number line, it's minus infinity to infinity. In between A to B, that's called an interval. It's a portion of that whole number line. Clear? That's minus infinite to infinite, A and B. In between the numbers lies in between A and B is an interval, or you can say it's also an interval. Minus infinity to A, it's a portion again. B to minus infinity, it's portion again. But intervals are of three types. ओपन इंटरवल, वैसे नॉर्मली 4 लेके चलते हैं, बट जो तीसरा टाइप है वो सेम ही है ना, सो इसी वजह से इसको एक ही कंसीडर कर लेते हैं. क्लोज्ड इंटरवल एंड सेमी ओपन, या फिर जिसका सेकेंड नेम इज सेमी क्लोज्ड इंटरवल्स. क्लियर है? ओपन इंटरवल, ओपन इंटरवल इज व्हाट, अगर हम इसको लाई करवाएं, so it's represented as a hollow point A and B, which means it considers the point in between A and B but not exactly A or B. मतलब you can write it as a round bracket A B. This means if you talk about some example, 1 to 8, that's open interval. This means this interval doesn't contain 1, doesn't contain 8, but in between all, matlab 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is called open interval. Closed, it's represented as like this. It's a solid dot. This means this contains A and B and the numbers lies between A and B. This is the example. It's written as square brackets. Okay, what it's mean? It contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The numbers lie in between, and 1 and 8 also included in this interval. Semi-open is what? Like this. This means A is not considered but B is considered, and in between the numbers lies between A and B. Who we consider only. Okay. If I take about semi-closed, it's like this. It's A and B. You can understand this. Okay. Now After intervals, we will discuss about the solution. Discuss about the solution. If you have an equation like this, in equation, not equation here, then how you can find the value of x? Okay, in the case of equation, if I talked about the case of equation, in this case you have a one particular value, but in this case you don't have a particular value, one particular value exactly. You have a set of that values which satisfies the inequations actually. Now in this case, how you can find this? For this, firstly you have to know about the rules. बहुत important है rules. Rules are what? If you have a less than b, suppose it's an equation, in equation, sorry, a is less than b, it's like this. If you add a same term to the both sides, if you add a same term, first if you add a same term to the both sides, then the inequality remains same. Inequality पे कोई फर्क नहीं आएगा. It remains same. What it's mean? If I add c on both sides, then the sign of inequality doesn't change here. That's the first property here, first rule here. After that, second one, if you subtract, I can add in this. If you add or subtract the same term to the both sides, the inequality remains same. If you multiply or divide a same, here you have to focus, it's a positive, same positive number, then inequality doesn't change. Matlab, if you add multiply c on both sides, inequality remains same, but c must be positive. Is it clear? Again, the third one is, it's very important. If you multiply, or divide a same negative number, here you have to focus, it's negative number, to the both sides, then inequality change. Inequality changes. What does it mean? If you have a less than b, okay, if I multiply minus c to the both sides, then equality sign changes. What it's mean? कि अगर less than का था sign, then you have a sign of greater than now. Clear? If you multiply or divide, ये दोनों के लिए होगा. ठीक है? Actually these are 6 properties, but I merged two properties in any one. So ये 3 का ही combo बन गया है. ठीक है? So it's a rule for this. Okay. Now for the question that I wrote actually, it's like this, है ना? Firstly you have to make x a single term, है ना? एक x एक साइड पे होना चाहिए. In this case, अगर यही आपके पास equation होती, if you have a equation like this, तो आप क्या करते हैं? 4 को इधर ले गए, या 2 को इधर ले गए, या 3 को इधर ले गए, 6 को इधर ले गए. But in this case you don't have to apply these rules. You have to apply that you can subtract -6 on both sides. हमें पहले 6 को खत्म करना है. So मैंने इन दोनों को क्या कर दिया है? सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दिया. ठीक है जी? सब्ट्रैक्ट 6 on both sides. But according to rule, subtraction of a same term to the both sides makes the inequality remain same. Then you have sorry, x minus plus 6 minus 6 less than greater than equal to, inequality doesn't change here, and minus 6 here, sorry. Okay, here you have cancel each other, and here you have minus 4, 4x by 3 minus 4 and 2x minus 3 by 4. Again you have to multiply the both sides by 4. Yes, you can. If you multiply both same numbers of, or 4 is a positive number, then inequality remains same according to the rule. Cancel each other, and then you have, you should have greater than equal to 16x by 3 minus 16. Again same procedure, here you have x, here you have x, subtract 2x on both sides and add 16 on both sides. If I subtract 2x on both sides and add 16 on both sides, then equality remains same. Okay, 16 plus and minus cancel each other, and minus 2x plus 2x cancel each other. 16 minus 3 is actually 13, greater than equal to, then you have 16 by 3x minus 2x, LCM, that is 3, 16x minus 6x greater than equal to 13, then you have 10x over 13, 3 is less than equal to 13. Multiply both sides by 3. You have to write these steps actually. Okay, then you have x is less than equal to 3 point, greater than less than equal to 3.9. Then you can write it like this. If x is less than equal to 3.9, then you can write it on a number line. Here you have 0, here you have 1, here you have 2, here you have 3, here you have 4. 3.9 exists here, and less than is what actually in this direction. Then you have this over this, that is minus infinite to 3.9. Then you have an answer minus